Hi everybody, it's Helen McConnell. I am your tapping expert, and I've been invited by Andersen Construction Company and ASI Structures to create this series of videos to help you through these strange and difficult times, to help you get some emotional freedom. Today's topic is tapping to relieve past events. Have you ever felt like you were angry and you don't even really know exactly why? It's a really normal thing to feel, but tapping can help you find out why you feel so angry and help you relieve the anger. And it isn't just for anger, but it could be an old hurt, frustration, guilt, shame, trauma, and more. And now that you're getting the hang of this tapping thing, I'm going to show you what you can do about emotions from past events. And I promise you, if your emotions from past events have not been resolved or released, you're hanging on to them and they're kind of piling up. So whether the event happened 1 hour ago or 20 years ago or more, if the negative emotions are still with you, you are hurting yourself and you can benefit from some relief. This video is going to show you how to really clear your energy. We're going to tap together. And before we do this, I'm going to remind you that releasing old emotions does not mean that what the other person did or said was right. And it doesn't mean you condone what happened. It simply sets you free. And that's true whether it happened an hour ago or 20 or more years ago. All right, so the basic tapping protocol is identify one thing. You don't even need to say what it is. One thing that bothers you from the past. Rate the intensity of your negative emotion using the 0 to 10 scale. I'm going to tap, breathe, re-rate, and tap again. So I'm going to use an example, and this is totally made up, but I want you to tap along and it will help you to understand how this works. So sense into this feeling that you don't quite understand, this emotion, anger, frustration. Even if you don't know the name of it, sense into the feeling of it. And notice when you felt it last or when you have felt it before. Recall a time recently, hopefully, when you felt this feeling, angry. We're going to say frustrated and angry because that's a really common combination. And maybe you felt out of control of yourself, but you didn't really know why. You don't have to share this with anyone. For example, this is what we're going to use as our example. I was spending the weekend with my dad and I suddenly just got so mad. I felt out of control. Okay, whatever your event is, and just you can tune into another one if you want, but that's the one we're going to use for this tapping. Tune into it now, the event where you felt so angry and out of control. Notice how the memory makes you feel now. Scan your body for any physical reactions, tightness in the chest, nervousness in your stomach, your shoulders are tense, etc. You don't have to name the emotions, but it can help. So if you call these emotions something, anger, frustration, humiliation, fear, just pissed off, just, you know what they are. Just take a moment to write that down and rate the intensity of those feelings in your body, 0 to 10 right now. 10 is the most intense. Now start tapping on the side of your hand. You're going to repeat after me while you tune into those feelings and say something. I'm going to put myself on the screen here. You're going to tap like this. And you're going to say something like, even though I feel really angry and frustrated, when I think about last Sunday at my dad's, I deeply and completely accept myself and my feelings. Even though I feel so angry when I remember last Sunday at my dad's, I accept my feelings. And I choose to know that my dad loves me, or whatever your wording might be. Even though I felt out of control at my dad's last Sunday, I can accept myself, and I choose to realize that I'm learning a new tool. Okay, top of the head. When I think about last Sunday at my dad's, on the eyebrow, I feel so angry. Side of the eye, I feel frustrated. Under the eye, I feel out of control. Under the nose, when I think about last Sunday at my dad's, on the chin, and I don't even know what it all means. Collarbone, and that's okay. Under the arm, I'm learning. All right, take a deep breath. That's one round. And go ahead and re-rate now. Think about last Sunday at your dad's, or whatever your event is, and really sense into it. Focus in on it. And notice the intensity now when you think about it. The intensity of those negative feelings, anger and frustration, where you felt out of control. And rate it again, 0 to 10, and write that number down. And we're going to tap again, because these types of feelings sometimes will just dissipate after one round, but sometimes it takes a few rounds or a couple of rounds and then shifting our focus. But tap like this and say, even though I have this remaining anger and frustration, when I remember Sunday at my dad's, I deeply and completely accept myself. And parents, this works for you too. Okay, so even though I have this remaining anger and frustration, when I remember last Sunday at my dad's, I choose to accept myself and know that my dad loves me. One more time. Even though I have this remaining anger and frustration, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, now we're going to tap around the points and you can repeat after me. This remaining frustration. Eyebrow. This remaining anger. Side of the eye. I still don't understand it. Under the eye, but I'm getting a little more clarity. Under the nose. I just felt so out of control. On the chin. Last Sunday at my dad's. Collarbone. This remaining anger. Under the arm. This remaining frustration. Okay, and then take another gentle breath in and out. And re-rate that feeling of anger, frustration, or out of control that you were feeling, just remembering what happened. If it's still there, tap one more time. If it's starting to go down, tap again. And you'll get more and more clarity as you do this. Maybe now I know why I was feeling that way. Maybe I was sad that I was leaving my dad, or maybe I was anxious to get home, or whatever you were feeling. Your feelings are totally okay. There's nothing wrong with them. The key here is to learn to manage how you react to your feelings. So this technique that we just learned on tapping on a past event can be used for absolutely any past event. Even if it happened an hour ago, or, if you're an adult and it happened when you were a kid, you can still use this. Identify the feeling, rate the intensity of it, think about the event again, one event, not a whole series of events, just one event, and tap on that one event until the intensity of it goes down to maybe a 2 or 3. And then you can see what comes up. Most of the time when you tap on a past event, if you're really thorough about it, that event doesn't have to bother you again. If it's a more serious event, a trauma, you might want to get some help to do that with a professional tapping practitioner. Tapping is so great for past trauma. And that includes, I've worked with people who are in their 80s, and we worked on trauma from their childhood and resolved that. So you can get free at any age. And that's what I want you to begin to understand. Okay, I hope this is helpful to you. If you have any questions, once again, I want to remind you that releasing old emotions doesn't mean that what the other person did was right or okay, and it does not mean you condone what happened. It simply sets you free. You don't have to tell the other person that you've released your old emotions. It doesn't matter. This is about you getting free. So again, just a little technical thing. If you tap 2 or 3 rounds with very little movement and intensity, it's likely that the target of the tapping needs to be different. It might be off or completely wrong. Try changing the target. Start with a slight change. For example, this Sunday at my dad's thing, say you could try some different things. Even though this started on Saturday, I deeply and completely accept myself. And just kind of feel around. You'll get better and better at this all the time. If the statement, I accept myself, or I love and accept myself, doesn't feel true to you, say it anyway. This is an important part of the emotional freedom techniques process. And if you need any further tapping resources or assistance, please feel free to contact me, Helen at helenmcconnell.com, or you can schedule a free, no obligation phone consultation from my website, helenmcconnell.com. You can find thousands of practitioners around the globe at EFTuniverse.com. And you can check out my YouTube channel or my meetup. At least till the end of 2020, I'm doing a monthly online tapping meetup. You're welcome to register and join that for free. Here's to your emotional freedom.